You know what I find very hypocritical about the school system? I believe I talked about this before. When I was a teenager, we all had girlfriends when we was teenagers. I mean, when we was teenagers, we had girlfriends back in our high school days. Back in my high school days, yes, I would see teenager girls back in my high school days would come to school and they would wear these short dresses or they'll wear these tank tops and kind of showing off half of their what. And school was didn't tolerate that. There was a dress code. I remember when I was a teenager, my ex teenager girlfriend got called up to the office one day because she came to school wearing a dress. She came to school wearing a dress and she came to school wearing like some tank top. And everybody was like, yo, dang, Jug, like your girl looking fine today, man. Everybody was, back in my high school was giving me confidence on how my girl was looking and everything like that. So one day we had a fire drill, right? We not a fire drill, but we had a tornado drill. And you know how it is. We all got to get on the floor and put our hands over our head. Well, they had an issue with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend from my high school days. They had an issue with her dress on, talking about her dress was too short and that when she got on her knees, everybody could see like what's under there and everything like that. So my ex-girlfriend told me that, Jug, I'm going to the office real quick. I think they want me to go home and change out of this. And as a teenager, that kind of pissed me off. See, back then as a teenager, I couldn't speak up on that because I felt like the school system are hypocrites when it comes to the dress code. When I was a teenager, and to this day, it's still in my mind. Back then, I couldn't say it to the teachers because I know if I would have said it to them and to the principals and them, they would have wrote me up or probably suspended me for speaking my mind out. But as a teenager, yes, I was wild, but I did also had an adult common sense mind. I still do. What I find hypocritical about the school dress code is that, yes, I understand that female students have to dress a certain way. They can't come to school wearing dresses. Back then when I was a kid, I didn't know no better, but I did understood that you can't come to school wearing short dresses and people can see like up under your butt and everything like that. Especially when a student is sitting down and someone can see through her skirt or whatever like that. I can understand the dress code that students can't be wearing short dresses and stuff like that. But what I found very hypocritical is why didn't they get on the school teachers, the female school teachers? You don't really have that problem with the male teachers, but it's always the female school teachers back in my high school days came to school with short dresses and wearing them tight ass skirts with their big ass butt poking out and everything like that. And I'm like, as a kid, I was thinking is, why do y'all have a problem with the students saying that female students are not allowed to dress like that, but some of you female teachers are dressing exactly the same way like some of these students are. And I found that very hypocritical. And then they sit there and wonder why these teachers, female teachers, having sexual relationship with the students. Because you people don't ignore these female school teachers for the ones that's coming to school with makeup on their face, dressing like they're going to a prom somewhere, like dressing like they're going out on a date with their boyfriend or husband or whatever like that. Y'all just look past that. But when a student comes there, oh, you can't dress that. You can't dress like that in school. No, you got to go home or you're going to be suspended. Female teacher, nothing. Even the own principals don't even be saying nothing about that. And I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this? Y'all sit there, and I get it. You have to get on students about that because you can't be dressing like that. But y'all don't never say nothing to each other about the dress, especially the principal. Why don't the principals call some of these female teachers to the office and be like, look, or call them out in the classroom and say like, look, you can't be dressing like this. That's inappropriate. You don't need to be dressing like this. Because if I was the principal and I see some female teachers dressing like there's some prostitute off the streets or whatever like that with some short skirts or something like that. Yes, I'm gonna call her out in the hallway. I say, hey, come to the office real quick. Look, you can't be dressing like that, Miss Such and Such. We're trying to show these students the right way. How do we expect these students to go down the right path and you come in here dressing all sluttish and everything like that? Like you trying to gain their attention. Like, are you not having any sexual relationship with the students? Oh no, Mr. Jug. Okay, I'm just saying, then change out of that outfit. If not, kiss your job goodbye. You make your choice. That's what these principals need to be saying to some of these female school teachers. So that's how you know, man, they don't care. They don't care. And then when it happens, when it blow up all the news that the teacher had sexual relationship with the students, oh, they try to pretend like they care. They don't care, man. Because if they care, they would get on these female teachers and tell them, y'all not allowed to dress like that. Y'all dressing like these students. Y'all supposed to be leaders. Teachers are supposed to be leaders, show better examples. But instead, y'all dress just as sluttish as some of these students, female students dressing. So what does that make y'all? That don't make y'all look like teachers. That make y'all look like followers. Y'all supposed to be leaders, but y'all dressing exactly the same way like some of these female students are dressing with short dresses and big butts and everything like that. I'm like, this is why a lot of sexual stuff is going on in school, because the school system do not pay attention on the dress code to some of these female teachers. They don't pay no mind to them. They ignore them. Yes, I understand. Get on the female student too. If she's dressing inappropriate, yes, say something to the female student too. But also say something to the female student. Also say something to the female teacher too. Let her know that you can't be dressing like this. This violates the dress code. And you are a teacher. You should know better than that. Teenagers are going to make mistakes. Teenagers are going to make stupid and dumb mistakes. They get a pass for that. But as far as a school teacher, you're an adult. You should understand the dress code. You are a grown woman. You are a school teacher. Why are you dressing like you going to a prom somewhere? Who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to impress these students here the way you dressing? I used to see it back in my high school days that some of these teachers be dressing all sluttish and everything, but they be getting on the female students and telling them that you can't dress like that. But you're dressing you're dressing worse than the female student is. So what does that make you? Walking around with high heels and short dresses on and bending over and everything like that, doing inappropriate things. That is why these female school teachers is doing the things they're doing, because they letting them get away with the dress code. They violate the dress code. That is why. And I'm glad YouTube exists. I'm glad YouTube exists so this word can actually get out. If you see your teacher dressing like that, I would call them a hypocrite. They want to write me up and suspend me. I say, you know what? You're a hypocrite, Miss Brownie. You're a hypocrite. What do you mean by that, Jug? You sit there and try to tell these female students that they're violating the dress code, but look at you. Look how you dressing. You wearing high heels, wearing a short dress. What that makes you? Huh? You ain't any better than some of these female students, Miss Brownie. You know what? You're right up, Jug. Jug, get out of my classroom, Jug. Get out of my classroom. You're suspended. You say that to a teacher, yeah, they would do that. They're hypocrites, man. You teachers are hypocrites, including you principals. Y'all are hypocrites, man, for the ones that violate the dress code. Straight up hypocrites. And this only happened in high school, especially when you're teaching high school students. You female teachers should know better not to violate the dress code. But I know some people go sit there and say, like, well, why do you care how they dress? No, man, I'm just pointing things out. I'm just pointing it out. They want to get on the female students violating the dress code, but don't these female teachers, they violate the dress code too. So how did they get away with that? Oh, because we're adults. That's why we can dress the way we want to dress. Nah, fuck that, man. If the student got to obey the dress code, you teachers, you female teachers got to obey the dress code too. They need to be stricter about that. And I'm not saying that it's going to stop the sexual stuff going on in school, because that's probably impossible. That's probably not going to solve anything. But still, come on now. But I know some parents be like, well, who cares how the teacher dress? As long as they educate my student. Some parents might look at it that way. But hey, it is what it is, man. You're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to be an inspirator. You're supposed to show better examples. Why are you dressing sluttish like some of these female teenagers, students are dressing? You're supposed to set better examples, but yet you violate the dress code too. But the principals and nobody don't speak on that. Straight up hypocrites, man. That's why I say the school system is hypocrites, man. Looking back at it now, when I was a teenager, and looking at it now, you guys are hypocrites, man. Straight up hypocrites. Why is female teachers hating on female students on how they dress? Why? Because y'all didn't get that kind of attention when y'all was teenagers? Is that why some of y'all come to school dressing like y'all going to a prom somewhere? Because y'all didn't get that kind of attention when y'all was teenagers, and now you're teachers. You see that, you wish that was you when you was a teenager. Sorry about that. Maybe you was a weirdo when you was a teenager back then, or bookworm weirdo back then. I don't know. I just find it just hypocritical. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about the dress codes of these schools, these teachers, female teachers being hypocrites, and the principals too, just being straight up hypocrites about this dress code and stuff. Y'all really need to start watching each other. I mean, yes, watch the students too on how they dress too, but also y'all gotta learn to watch each other. I mean, I know you can't just walk up to another grown person and tell another grown person what to wear, but if I'm your goddamn boss and I see that you're a female teacher and you're dressing all sluttish looking like you're some prostitute off the fucking streets, you're damn right I'm gonna call you to the damn office and tell you need to go home and take that off or else get fired. You're a teacher. You're supposed to set better examples than that. But don't none of these adults in school, principal, these higher ups, they're too afraid to tell some of these female teachers that. It is what it is, man. Anyway, peace, y'all.